No, the stream is not broken. But can you hear me? Am I being heard? Oh, audio? Yeah, nice. I haven't done this in a long time, so, bear with me for a second. It's a little scuffed. It's always gonna be a little scuffed. How's the audio to music balance? We looking good? Sorry, I'll be on camera at some point. I'm just I'm eating mac and cheese. We kind of just did this thing. You can't hear music? Ooh. No music. I don't know if that's gonna fix it live on stream. There may be no music for the stream. I might have messed up. Let me know if that did, though. Did that fix it? Okay, that did work. Cool. How's the balance? Yeah, it was just... music was on the wrong channel. I tried mac and cheese with tuna and peas. Are you a heathen? Excuse you? Tuna and peas? Sounds like a good volume balance. Amazing. I'm so glad. How are you guys doing? I know it's been a hot minute. I like my mac and cheese with extra mac. Yeah, just give me more cheese and more mac. Or if anything, a little bit of bacon or a little bit of like spicy chicken. You don't need too much in a mac and cheese. You're just gonna ruin it. Try Cheez-Its with yolk. What? Mac and cheese with tuna is fire? Tuna's so off-putting to me. I don't know. Don't know. Do you try? I mean, people like tuna on their beans, cheese, and potatoes, so maybe. But I don't really like any of those things, so I'm glad you're all doing well. I'm also doing well. Thanks for asking, guys. Thanks for asking. There's gonna be like one person that defo did ask that. Some good size to mac and cheese. Mac and cheese balls. Mozzarella sticks. More cheese. A wine and cheese plate. If we're being serious, yeah, fries is solid. Like a Parmesan fries or something on the side. How am I? I'm so good. I'm like really, really good. I've been living life. Yeah, things are great. So, for this stream, I figured we could talk about life, interests. I'll answer anything about roleplays and origin stuff. It's had a little resurgence on Twitter, so I'm happy to answer anything for that sort of stuff on this stream. I know, Richie stream in 2025, crazy. I know people. Just so you guys know, the roleplays aren't going anywhere. I'm not gonna delete them. I'm not gonna, take them down. Blah blah blah. I'm not gonna do anything like that. They're always gonna be there for you guys to watch. You can, there's all the playlists, and if there's even some that are like unlisted, can't remember which ones. Couldn't tell you, but like you can still find them if you go to playlists on my channel. You can find playlists of all the all the different series and stuff, and see it all there. It's all available. Rocket League stream when? I haven't played Rocket League It's got to have been like 2 years at this point. I want to say. It's my political opinion on lettuce. Lettuce is hella overrated. Unnecessary. Doesn't add much. There are better toppings. Have random finished episodes you're going to post randomly? I already did that, and no, I have not recorded a single Minecraft video since then. So I uploaded the last episode of Echospire that I had, and I uploaded the last episode of My Hero Eternity that I had. And then, yeah, that was it. It's been what? How long has it been, guys? It's been like over a year, maybe 2. It's been a while. Heroes Origins on the list is like 3 times. Hope you're enjoying that rewatch. You play Rocket League? I think it's honestly probably same. That's probably the last time I touched it too. You were actually the group that got me into RPs. I'm so happy that we did that for you. That's like one of the things with Origins. Obviously, it had its downsides. It had all the issues and, you know, and the drama and whatever and all that. But I still look back on it really fondly. It was great. We made something amazing that nobody has been able to replicate. That kind of scale of a roleplay group, you know? Because it's not easy to do. MHE and EA cries. Yeah, I know. I know. This lettuce is mid because it doesn't taste like cheese. Facts. Why have lettuce when I have another layer of cheese? Or a cheese crisp? Mwah. You're watching FTO Season 4 and 5. You watched it like 5 times. FTO is an interesting one because before I did fully quit, there was not FTO Season 6 was in the works, but another Fairy Tales-esque roleplay was in the works. I got a bunch of people to watch through Fairy Tale with me, and I got them hooked because it's amazing. That was something that was in the works at one point. Meals, you order all your burgers with nothing on them. Nothing? Like plain just burger and bread? 2 fish and a swordsman come home / yay. Origins Olympus more than Fairy Tale Origins. Everyone has their opinions, and everyone's entitled to it, you know? You were set part the first time, but now I skip them because they're long. That's fair, you know? That's fair. Watch how you want to watch it. Lettuce or cheese. Is that even a question? Is that even a question? Cheese, obviously. Your cheese crisps are called Doritos? Nah. Not that kind of crisp. Like, a cheese crisp, when you make one, it's like a fried cheese. Like, it's like hard fried cheese. Like a crispy cheese layer that you put on things. Does Cole still like chocolate milk? Does anyone ever go off chocolate milk? Obviously. DOTD costs. How do you know? Nah, but it was actually, that's not it. There was another Fairy Tale thing in the works. You got hamburgers with nothing on them. That's fair. Mukbang, collab, cheese and lettuce. I mean, I'll be winning that mukbang. Imagine having to sit there and eat a bowl of lettuce the whole time. Bread better? Man's clicked the live button. Man just went and did it. I'll be on camera soon, but I'm eating mac and cheese, so give me a minute, guys. This is a very spur of the moment thing. I had chocolate milk earlier. I've now got vanilla milkshake with me. Are you done with the roleplays completely? Just asking. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I don't... There's maybe like a... I'll never say never, but there's like a really, really small % chance that I ever do one again. Salad slaps, man. Need a bowl of lettuce? No problem. Nah. Right. You might say you need a bowl of lettuce, no problem, but if you had the choice of eating a bowl of lettuce or doing like a cheese board, you're doing the cheese board, and don't even deny it. Even if you're lactose intolerant, you're still doing the cheese board. I'm going to genetically modify some lettuce so that it tastes like cheese and has the texture of all cheese. I mean, if you do that, might put cheesy lettuce on my burger. The whole gang's, yeah, apparently so. Cole's least favorite classmate before he left. I know he didn't really get on with Mitch's character. They had like beef, so that's probably an option. You know what? Me and Mitch's characters always had beef for some reason. Like, Pip, it was posted in my Discord. Just letting you know. Just letting you know. You peas with nothing else? That's just boring. Wildthorn RP when? Oof, fucking Wildthorn RP. Excuse my French, guys. I'm into cheese that much, broski? You ain't had good cheese. Trying to see if you called it once RP back. Honestly, there's been a time where I felt like 27 RP is making a comeback. Like, that style is making a comeback. You got enough in the disc, not YouTube? Oh, yeah, that's probably YouTube being bad. Who's your favorite character from MHA? Like the anime itself? That's tough. I really like Todoroki. I think he's cool. Probably that. You can get the note even though you're in the Discord? That's crazy. Oh my god, I'm meeting as fast as I can. With what we know now, I wonder what we could do with a concept like what. Compared to when we, the stuff we knew when we made Wildthorn, compared to, what's capable now. Disgusting. It would be genuinely disgusting. Squid Game type RP if you want to. See, I do a lot of Squid Game at work. I don't get the Squid Game hype. It's not my thing. Do you remember the Survival Wildthorn series? I do remember the Survival Wildthorn series. I'm gonna ask this, but is there any character you wish you wrote differently? Honestly, this is difficult because no character is perfect, right? There's always something you wish you did differently with a lot of them. Most of them come down to them getting finished, but specifically in Origins of Olympus 3, everything I did with Ricaro, his kids, I just wish I didn't even play them, to be honest. And then I wish I had more of a focus on KL that season. That's what I wish I did. Which I kind of realized when starting that series, which is why KL existed, because I was like, I don't like doing this, I want to do something else. What type of mac and cheese I mean? Just a basic mac and cheese. We don't talk anymore. And nobody should talk about them. So, just saying. Only one way to find out. Imagine the comeback of the century. What happened to Xylo? Nothing happened to Xylo. Xylo's becoming a dad. He streamed. I know he did that stream the other month, but yeah, he's a busy guy. Yeah, the naming after Origins apparently. I don't know what it is, but it's interesting to find out. The return no one expected. I know. When Hermes Boy coming back? Come on, guys. You know what I said. The likelihood of me doing an RP again is very low. What about Panda? Well, if you scroll up 20 messages, he's right there. The baby will be named Camp Oasis. Mike's already had an earful. You guys can't mention Lucas or Wildthorn around me, I'll cry. That's probably going to get mentioned today. Wildthorn's already been the talk of the town. If it's cool, what relationship, if anything, did Artemis and Cole have, or was it just the one-side comment Artemis made to him? Yeah, they didn't really interact very much. So, and there was never really too much plans for that, so yeah, there's not much I can say about Artemis. Remember the Lucas idea we had? Which one? Which one, Michael? Lucas comes up every now and then. It's like, ooh, this is a cool idea. Ooh, that's a cool idea. When is Origin Z coming back? That was another one of those things that I was working on doing. I might have a doc that I can pull up when I'm done eating. Do I enjoy role-playing still, even on a hobby level? So it's not that I don't enjoy role-playing. I do. There's always been talks about doing it in other mediums and stuff. the process of making role plays and stuff, the way we were doing it, the way I was doing it, it just drained me after a while. And yeah, I just needed to step back and figure out what was next. Yeah, I was working on another OZ. There was a plan that I was gonna do. I might have a doc for that. In your top 5 RPs. Stream just being hello. Yeah, I didn't know what to put there, and I knew we were gonna put things on the screen at some point. The one when we were living in Korea. Oh, with the sick map I have. I still have the sick map. Lucas was peak. Yeah. No, so true. If you had to keep 1 millennium IRL, what would it be? I don't even remember what some of them do. You missed that series. Am I gonna do more Pokemon content? 1,000,000%. Right, let's switch to webcam. My hair's a bit long at the minute. Am I gonna do more Pokemon content? I'm assuming you mean TCG, but 1,000,000%. Before we even get into like docs and stuff, you guys want to see my collection? Yes, you want to see what I've been doing for like a while. I'm really into Pokemon. I'm really into playing Magic the Gathering. So I have like binders of Pokemon I'm collecting, and then I have loads of like commander decks for Magic the Gathering that I play with and building up. Because Pokemon is something I just loved, and Magic is something my girlfriend got me into. Have we played D&D before? Yeah, we played loads of D&D. The Lucas Wildthorn era was my favorite era collection. It was so fun. It was peak. China has a magic problem, promise. Nah, we don't need to talk about that. Would I change MHE? I wouldn't need to change MHE. MHE's plans were peak. What was going to happen in MHE was amazing. That episode with the train is one of the most favorite episodes of anything I've ever made. It was peak. But it also killed me off. And Devon. Yeah. Alright. I look different than I was expecting. I need a haircut. I'm going to get a haircut on Saturday, but it's hard to do it in the weekdays now, because like I work 9 till 6. So it's never open when I'm done. So I have to wait till the weekend. Fully animated? Nah. No more animations. No more animations. No more. Play Pokemon if so, and if so, is it a monkey? Mine's Murkrow. Monkey's my second favorite. My favorite Pokemon is Lucario. Let me grab the binder. You guys wait right there. You guys wait right there. I got 2 binders. They're 2 separate like things I'm working on. Okay? There's like 2 separate things. Bold? I'm not gonna be bold. Darlight was gonna be GE. GE. Okay. So this is the official Ultra Pro Lucario binder. I have the deck box as well. Doing an origins of a book that I'm writing. I have no idea. So this is my Lucario page. Page 1. I'm gonna try and show you. So we've got the Full Art Furious Fists Lucario. We've got the Gold Secret Rare Mega Lucario and the Normal Secret Mega Lucario. We have Rainbow Lucario Melmetal Tag Team. We've got another Lucario Melmetal Tag Team. We got a Lucario GX. We've got Lucario V-Star promo, and the less cool one, and then the V. Oh my god. This is hard to do, like, up. Then we got a bunch of Vs and some EXs, and then we got some, like, more older cards here. So this is, like, an XY era EX, and this is a level 30. Then we've got the Riolu illustration rare from Scarlet Violet base. We've got Riolu from Crown Zenith. And then we've got a Pokeball Prismatic Riolu here. I'm trying to look at a camera while doing this. And then we got Shiny Lucario. We got one of them. And then we got another Shiny Riolu. I have 2 of these because I accidentally bought the same one twice rather than the one I needed. So that's all the hits. But I'm collecting every single Lucario and Riolu. So we've got, like, just lots of random commons and reverse hollows and whatever. Oh, that was difficult to do. Yeah, I've been enabled because of the stream's plans to card games. Any Rhyhorns? No, I don't have Rhyhorns. I've got the other binder, though. I don't actually... Do I have a Charizard? I don't think I have a Charizard. So the way I'm doing this binder, it's a top loader binder. The light. So this is my fire themed page. Now it's not like fire types, but it's like fire on the cards. So we've got Scizor, we've got Hydrapple's new illustration, we've got Twilight Masquerade Infernape, and we've got the Blaziken. Hopefully you can see those quite well. We've got this page that I don't know what it's going to be. I think it's going to become a lightning page, but we've got a Zero Aura and a blue Suicune on it. Then over here we've got like the purple page. Up the top we've got 3 full arts that are really cool. We've got the Belly Bolt, and then down here we've got the Dusk Noir. We're going to get the Duskull and Dusclops as well. I'll answer questions soon, guys, don't worry. This page over here is like the multicolor card page. This binder's so big. I'm sorry. We got a Zero Aura, we got a Revavroom, we got a Joltik, and we got a Toadcool. And then here we got like the orange page. So we got 2 Flygons and a Toxicroak. We're getting into some heat. So then here we've got like the grass foliage page. So we got Applin, we got Sudowoodo, and we got Appleton. And then here we've got like the multiple Pokemon page. So we've got the Shiftry Temporal Forces with the Nuzleafs and Seedots around. We've got Bisharp with Pawniards. We got the Unknowns, which is one of my favorite cards. And then we got Clobbopus. Then we got a pink page, which has the Tinkatink and Tinkaton and a Gallade. And then what we've got, I'm working on here is like the trainer page. So we've got En's Zoroa, and then we got the Zero Aura trainer gallery as well. Okay, all right, yeah, that's. I'm gonna put that away. That was a lot. There's some cool cards in there. Those are my collections at the minute that I'm building random stuff for. Oh, right, let me look at the chat again. Thank God I learned how to tell Pokemon card rarities so I could sell them the right way and also understand what you mean. Yeah. It takes some practice. Supernatural Season 2 is probably your favorite. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Any more D&D in the future? I've kind of just been playing D&D in the back, like not on lives and stuff. Anyway, you've been video-wise. Would Cole look any different? No. His design would stay the same. How many binders do I have? So I got those 2 for Pokemon. I've then got a Pokemon binder that has Magic the Gathering full art lands in it. I've got a Magic the Gathering, it's like my trade binder. And then I have like Magic the Gathering cards that are like cool arts and stuff, but they're not really valuable. Quite the collection. Thank you. No question on the Pokemon. I can show you the Magic stuff too. I just don't know how interested people are in that. What about the Panda Pokemon? It's your favorite? I don't know if Pancham's anyone's favorite. When am I going to let you and Digit meet my girlfriend? I promise I don't bite. I was convinced her to play with League. She already plays League. So there's no convincing needed. She also plays Dead by Daylight. The reason for the questions about MHE and MHO is because I want to do some art or animations. No worries. I mean, how it is pretty much how it would be with MHO and MHE. Because plans. We moved on from DVD. Oh, rip. That Gallade slaps. Yes, fire. When do you predict that I'll begin to experience pattern baldness? Honestly, I have a pretty good head of hair. Like, it's pretty thick. So, I don't know. Hi. Live D&D's Trump... not live D&D trumps live D&D all day. Yeah, it probably does. So I've been doing... I mean, I haven't done it in a while now, because of time, but yeah. I don't care about card collection anymore. You only know Pokemon Go anymore. Games-wise, you've only ever known Y, Omega Ruby, Rumble, and Moon. You're missing out on some big Pokemon games. Can't lie. You want to ask about DBD, let us meet her. She'll make you play D&D. Maybe at some point. You know, James, I don't think you should tell anyone about shaving facial hair. Basically, I'm going to convince her to play with me. Which server? Anime addiction starting when? Anime addiction? I mean, I just watch animes every now and then. Have I seen the Fantastic Four movie? I have not. No. That may keep it stashed? Not really. It's just temporary. I haven't shaved. I need to get a haircut. Gotta wait till the weekend. Dungeon Meshi, it's good anime based off D&D. Okay. You make an EU count just for her? Yeah, because she would not be able to live on American servers. It would die. It would die. Opinion on K-pop Demon Hunters? So I actually have watched it. We've done a lot of videos at work on K-pop Demon Hunters that have been doing really well. So I'm quite aware of it. I actually think it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Although there's one plot hole for me. You watch over 50 anime and you've like 20 unfinished ones. That's so real. Opinion on the meaning of life. That's whatever you interpret it to be, my friend. That's whatever you interpret it to be. Oh. You know what? Holding up those cards, it made things really hard in here. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna have to wash it down with a vanilla milkshake. You play with 200 ping? That's just painful. That's just painful. Why do you do that? I think I was playing at like 100, 120, somewhere in that range. Yazoo, of course. What do I think would be the worst way to die in terms of pain? Probably getting eaten alive by a rat. This dude's trying to get a sponsorship. Yeah, guys, if you want to sponsor me, Yazoo, I'm ready. I'm ready to be sponsored. You can sponsor my gaming channel with the boys. You can sponsor that if you want. We're getting a podcast soon. You can be the sponsor on that. Whatever you want, you can sponsor when I get up the Magic the Gathering live content. When you see that, you can sponsor those. You can be. We'll get a playmat that's Yazoo. It'll be there on screen the whole time. You can sponsor. You finally had a Yazoo. It's still not milkshake. It's shake and milk. What is a milkshake if not shake and milk? You've never had a milkshake? That's insane. If it's cool, how would you believe a friendship with Artemis is cool? Honestly, I have no idea because we barely interacted. But I doubt they'd get along. How do push-ups with the binders? That's one way to get ripped. Hairline reveal. You want a hairline reveal? It's pretty standard. I don't usually have my hair down. It's usually up. Can't hear your voice without thinking Recaro, the brain rot. That's surprising, because Recaro was like a completely different voice for me. Milk. It's milk if it was about as thick as blood is what it is, so hard to swallow. Ugh. Milkshakes of ice cream? Said who? Said who? You do not come to Ireland and say Yazoo is... See, Digit gets it. Digit gets it. It's a milkshake. Why do I look like a middle-aged teenager right now? Because I am a middle-aged teenager, Froggy. That's how I feel. I feel like a middle-aged teenager. In the Wizard Dice Slows have maggots and other small bugs eat your intent. Yeah, that would be pretty bad. What have I been doing with my channel? Am I trying something new or just in limbo? Yeah, we're trying some new stuff. Obviously, I've posted lots of shorts. I'm mostly posting on TikTok of like opening magic packs, deck profiles of magic stuff, Pokemon packs, collection updates, anything like that. Right now I plan on doing like, I've done my first magic video with my friend Irish. And then I plan on eventually, because I'm moving at the end of the year, setting up like an IRL table for like commander pods where we're gonna have a down camera and hopefully some face cams. But we're gonna play actual Magic with cards, and that's gonna be some videos and stuff. Hopefully as well, I might film some card shows I go to. I go to a lot of card shows. I have one in 2 days. That's been really fun. That's kind of what I'm into right now. So I can start a sticker collection on my forehead. My forehead is not big. Don't even try and at me with that. Don't even try. What are we doing with... I already read that. Superman, Fantastic Four, Squid Game. I've seen none of them, so... What's up, Laurie? I just wasn't going to comment on this debate for 1 week. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's not going to stay. Don't worry. Just wasn't going to comment on the mustache, but I agree with Frog and Miko Man. The one thing I do need, though, to do a lot more Magic videos, I need more people to learn how to play Magic so I can play Magic with them, to be honest. I don't have enough people that would do Magic videos with. It's not like how Yu-Gi-Oh! Was, where everyone kind of knew and everyone would get into it, and then it's not kind of like how everyone knows what Pokemon is. It's kind of on the outside. No worries. Thanks for coming by. Maybe if I woke up without that mustache, like someone broke into your house and ripped it off, probably thank them, because then I don't have to go through the effort of getting rid of it, you know? Think we could ever see a return of RP? Probably not. It's unlikely. You like Magic unpack and play, like you have a stack of cards and you make it down. Yeah. So actually one of the things I did talk about doing with my girlfriend is this is a place we have where they have bulk boxes and we thought about going there, buying like a commander, and then we have to buy all the cards from the bulk boxes, build the deck, and then film the actual playing of the duel. Look like you in high school. So true. Yeah, unfortunately, I still can't really grow facial hair. That's still never been a thing. I'm in that awkward phase, but I'm 28. Magic tournament? Yeah, pods, magic tournaments, that sort of thing for sure. I've been asked before, but favorite 2 improv moments, 1 humorous and 1 serious. I'm gonna have to think about that. If you have a deck, you might think about driving over to play. I've got 23 decks back there. 23. My question for another question. What was your question? Have you ever been ashamed or embarrassed asking people for specific voice lines? No, not really. Kind of got past that. Maybe like really early on, like early roleplay stuff, but no, I don't think so. Not that I recall. So favorite improv moments: 1 humorous, 1 serious. Serious, Set and Cal, when Set is like choking him out and stuff, for sure, is a big one. That's instantly coming to mind. Non-serious, can I go? I'm not gonna go Origins. I'm gonna go outside of Origins. I'm gonna go to like really early, like me, Austin, Tiger, Mev, Xylo days. There were certain things that happened in certain episodes of like Unforgotten or like Star Wars that were just out of pocket. And I don't want to explain them because explaining them doesn't fit. But if you watch, there's bloopers in some of those videos. There's hilarious stuff. And anything from like the superhero series that me, Austin, and Michael did, big. No worries, unavailable. Thanks for coming by. Michael, you gotta learn to, I think you already kind of know how to play. You gotta play. Goes full of GX and viewers in your house, but that's so unfortunate. Property skipped a character will always be iconic. Yeah, probably. Fun fact about Recaro is the only reason he exists is because at the time of Origins, there was like big creators, there was like mid, I was in the middle tier, and then there was like smaller creators. And I knew that to get to the big stage, the only thing you had to do was make a bean character that everybody loved and was like crazy. So that's exactly what I did with Recaro, and my views skyrocketed. And yeah, that's the only reason I did it. That doesn't mean I didn't do it well, like great story and stuff, but that's the only reason. Wow. Stop Magic Wars with people. Yeah, I'd like to get more people into Magic to then do more Magic videos with more people. Sandpepper still gets me. Yeah, that's one of the ones that came to mind. Sandpepper, so dumb, but so funny. Which was used behind, what the heck? Oh no, do you want to play? Same for Motorcycle. Magic is expensive. It's probably going to go out in like 30 minutes, but like the new set's about to drop. Edge of Eternities, I did pre-release last week, and I got a like £230 pre-order for that. And then on top of that, I'm actually playing Pokemon at the same time. I've got like £340 worth of Mega Evolution pre-orders from the Pokemon Center for September. My bank account. It's my favorite soda. Mine's root beer. I don't drink soda that often. I honestly, it might be kind of boring, but like just a Coke, like an actual not a Diet Coke, not a, whatever, just a Coke. Or Mango Rubicon. Those are the options. Ever gone 0-20? I've never gone 0-20. What's the best recent release you have seen and liked? We released, do you mean like Magic release? Because Final Fantasy was fire. I cannot lie. Final Fantasy was fire. My wallet is screaming. It's I can start Magic tutorial videos. I actually am, so hold on. So my girlfriend got me into Magic. And the way she did it was, originally we started by buying the Assassin's Creed starter decks and played with those, played Standard. Wasn't a huge fan of Standard, but they were cool. But then we bought Bloomburrow and we started going into Commander. What's Final Fantasy? One of like the biggest game series of all time. Oh, you mean live? So sorry. Recent released film that I've liked. trying to think. I feel like I haven't watched many of the new films recently. I'm trying to think. Like, what's the most recent thing that I watched that I like? Probably K-pop Demon Hunters, most likely. But this right here. This is Gev Scaled Scorch. Sorry, he's in a top loader, so it means the one with Sephiroth. Yeah, Sephiroth is in Final Fantasy. That's correct. Oh my god, I can't get it out of the top loader. Sorry, this is an expensive card, guys. See if this focuses better without the top loader. It's the light. It doesn't like sleeves. K-pop Demon Hunters was fire. So this is Gev Scaled Scorch. This is the reason I got into Magic. This right here is the raised foil £70 is how much I paid, but it's actually worth more. This is my commander for a deck. So what you do in Commander is you build a deck of 100 cards, 99, based around your commander and what it does. So this guy has ward pay 2 life. That means if you target him with something, you have to pay 2 life to do so. He also has when creatures control, they have additional 1/1 counters, which is basically power and toughness, for each life the opponent has turned. So he's a 3/2, 3 attack, 2 defense, power and toughness. So he gets other creatures come in with +1/1s on those compared to how much damage has been done. And his other ability is when you cast a lizard spell, which he's a lizard, he deals 1 damage to opponents. So every time you're doing a damage, if you cast spells that are creatures that afterwards, they all come in with boosted stats. So that's what he's about. I've put probably about £300 into this deck, this one alone, because this is like my deck. This is like my main one, and it's filled with like, that's a £30 card called Cavern of Souls. Great British Pounds. Great British Pounds. This is I packed this actually. It's a Jurassic World themed command tower. So command tower is like a staple card in Commander. And I pulled a Jurassic World one from the Ixalan set. K-pop Demon Hunters is worth the watch, 100%. But there's like really like cool cards like this showcase. That's a lizard. Where's some of the really cool ones? If I can find any. This is an Assassin's Creed card. So this is the Sword of Light and Shadow from Assassin's Creed. It's a foil borderless card. That's really neat. That's probably like 10, 15. This is one of my absolute favorite cards in the deck. This is Oja Axinil. He's foil, and he makes red sources do bonus damage. What headset do I have on? This is the Razer Kraken Pro V2. Oh no, the Razer Black Shark V2s, I believe. I'm not going to show you the rest, but I might do a video where I go through like some of my decks and stuff. I might show you my commanders. I might go through like a whole bunch of my commanders in a bit, but I'm not going to go through all the cards of the deck because that would take forever. What's my favorite from K-pop Demon Hunters? Yours is Bobby. Yeah, Bobby. I think I might agree with Bobby. My favorite Magic card is Gev Scaled Scorch. That guy right there. That's my go. Why did I quit Origins? I was just kind of done. I was kind of done with it, to be honest. Everyone's showing up for this. Yeah, apparently. Apparently. Let me show you Vivi. My drag. So this is if you know what Final Fantasy is, this is a Final Fantasy commander. This is let me pull him out. This is Vivi Ornitia. Or Ornitia, I'm not actually sure. But yeah, he's really cool. I'm a huge fan of him, and this is like his fancy version. I don't have the foil though. The foil one is like triple the price. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Richie goes to gym. No, he doesn't. I was showing you guys things on screen, and I haven't done that. I'm sorry. If you guys want to see more of that, I'll show you later. What type of job do I have? So I work behind the scenes on a YouTube channel that some of you may have watched even. I can show you. So I'm the, like, production manager slash sometimes director and producer of the Friend channel. So I work on this channel behind the scenes. Digit also works there. Digit is a the kind of runs the Discord and the community. So yeah, we work on this. As you can see, we've been doing a lot of K-pop Demon Hunter stuff, which has been doing really well for us, which is a lot of fun. Community manager. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, so that's what I do. I work 9 till 6, Monday to Friday. We make videos. So I'm still in the Minecraft space doing stuff, and like I know lots of stuff. I'm at every single recording for these videos. I'm like making things happen and stuff. So yeah, that's what I do. Best movie or TV series that I've seen? TV series is Chuck. It's Chuck. It's just Chuck. You guys should know that by now. 9 till 6 my time. They are British as well, so 9 till 6 my time. In the morning. My favorite roleplay I was in, and are you aware of Mythos SMP? I don't know if I know what Mythos is. My favorite roleplay I was in, though. This always changes, like MHO/MHE. Yeah. Yeah. No worries, Random Life. Thanks for coming by. Rest from the last few videos, quite enjoyable. I'm glad you enjoyed them. Yeah, we've been going crazy. What's the name of the YouTube channel? It's just Friend. You can recommend Chuck with Flying Colors. It's so good. It's so good. Is my back okay? Am I a shrimp? Is there something wrong with my back? I think it's okay. My favorite horror slasher? Probably Halloween. What's this new YouTube XP feature in the chat? Huh? XP feature? I don't know. Have you seen the Minecraft movie? I actually haven't. I watched like 10 minutes of it and turned it off. Me and Michael found Halloween quite boring. Really? I love Halloween. That's surprising. Right. I have like Google Docs on the side that I can show if anybody wants to see anything from like series or, you know, things that were gonna happen, maybe planned, things that I've never shown before. Is the food actually good in the UK? It is. Okay, I know people like clown on certain things, but like there are like, and this goes for every country, there are good and bad food in every country. You see crowns in the chat? I have no idea. I haven't streamed in like years. That dragged on for too long without any action and Michael fell asleep. Michael could fall asleep to anything though. Would I try Buldak Ramen? I don't know what that is, but probably. Minecraft movie RP when? It can't be done. No. I'm sick of video game interpretation movies right now. I was ranting to Yitza about that last night. See, I thought that the Super Mario one was really good, and they did the Fallout show really well. A few old Origins members like Mario and Mashi moved over to join that general group that's by Mythos. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I don't know it. I fell asleep every single movie night we did. You admit UK sausage? I eat sausage. Yes, sausages in the UK. Mwah. Any White Whales series of projects you really wanted to do but never got to do? There is so many of those. Yeah, it's so true. I have not played God of War. There is... So, if we're talking about series that I never did, can I mention... Technically, can I mention Sword Art Origins? Because I had such plans for that, but I was so out of Origins at that point that it kind of got ruined. Which is why I've still got the character and stuff, and I would like to do stuff with that character. Hold on, do I still have the dock? Let me go find what I'm looking for. We're gonna start actually bringing some things up now. Okay. So this is the dock I had for Alaric. Our sausages hit different. Man, I love sausages. I mean, some of you guys already know that, but like sausages were fire. They're such a great meat, underrated. Where's the wild form docks? We'll get to them, I'm sure. I have to find them. They're gonna be deep. CPG is a shout. CPG was gonna be fun. So yeah, this is. I need to switch to this, and then I'll like shrink myself a little bit more. There we go. Okay. So Sword Art Origins. This is Alaric's whole thing. So he had a username. We had a whole theme with him that we were gonna do. He also went by Rick. He was a sheltered gamer in his mid-20s, very rugged and unwelcome on the outside, not letting people in, always acting tougher and meaner, whilst deep down he's soft and warm. His appearance matches with the dark black and white hair, nails painted black and slim black eyeliner. He had a few silver piercings, 3 on his left ear, 1 being a cross on the lobe and 2 slightly above being rings. He had an eyebrow piercing, which is silver. He was unemployed and jumping around places that he can't keep a job. Working with people doesn't usually work for him, and he easily lets go. His family are always on his case to do better. He's fed up that nobody understands his anxieties and pain. He found sanctuary in gaming, a place where he can be more of himself. So his role in SEO, he will come to learn a special skill, which was going to be archery. He had an aptitude for cooking, and he will join the Ironclad Liberation Force on floor 1, become a Black Iron Palace guard for some time, guarding PKers and other criminals in the game. Yeah, we got the docks. You're going to pop out for now? You're going to become Faker soon? Good luck. Have fun. So we had, like, in the first episode, he was going to train with a father, dueling, and eventually beat him, killing him, and that's how he'd learn that if you die in the game, you die in real life. And he had to live with that decision, and then he'd eventually be hunted by their dad's orphan child, having them break down when trying to kill them, and then take them under his wing and protect them through the game no matter what. Father and son, they're going to run a funny guild named Laser Dinosaurs with a symbol poorly drawn. As a Black Jail guard, creates bond with 2 prisoners who were wrongfully imprisoned on the circumstances of PKing. One of these players was actually at fault, purposely did the killing behind the other's back, eventually being betrayed by that character and led into a dangerous circumstance with Laughing Coffin. Here's one of the design ideas, kind of what we were going with. This was some of the inspiration that we had for some of the different designs. So that was one of the outfits. This was like what the guard outfits were going to be, and then this was like final outfit design concepts. These are all concepts. And then we have episode 1, which was about as far as we got. What series are we talking about? This is Alaric from Sword Art Origins, one of the characters I didn't finish. Yeah, so that's one that I definitely wish I did. Had a cool idea and all for this. This was one that I was always like wanting to come back to, but you know how that goes. CPG was another great suggestion from Michael. That's another really good one. Let me click on this. I can't show you anything on Tales of Devil's Tongue because that's not really my thing. But I think I can show you this. I think I can show you this one, which is a character I made, which was going to be originally for FTO Season 6. This character made a somewhat of an appearance in Season 5. And then it was going to be the spin-off FTO that we were going to make separately, which might be the doc that this is for now. He did look very squishable. Can you share some more SNO stuff with Rian and Ant if you have any more details? I'll have a look to see what was written down, but I'm not entirely sure what's on there. So this is Asher Medanos. Now, if some of you can think back to the solo arc of FTO Season 5, there was a scene where we went into a church and we interacted with there was 2 characters down there. One was Asher, and one was called Ezra. They were basically the soloed versions of these characters. So yeah. Asher Medanos was known as the Desert King, and he is the Prince of Solode. Like, Solode in the actual FTO, not Solode where Richie and Brandon are from. Not that Solode, but like the Solode of the real world. And then also would make a guild later on. He basically had a magic called Desert King Arc. What music is playing right now? This is all League of Legends Riot music. So this is Arcade Summoner's Rift. This is all like Riot Games music though. So there's like a whole library of like copyright free stuff that's really easy to use. So yeah, I had plans for like all their different magic and how it was going to work. This was all going to have to be custom made, which was going to be a real pain. But like, these were all basically his basic sand magic spells. Because basically what was going to go on with him was he was like feared in the world. But it was all a farce. So he actually wasn't very good at magic, and his father would never teach him. The King of Solode wasn't a great guy. So he wasn't actually that good at magic and needed someone to teach him, but nobody would teach him. And he was kind of being made out to be something he isn't. But then throughout the story, he was going to start to learn from an actual teacher and then unlock what his actual magic was, which was Desert King Arc, rather than just basic sand magic. That's where he'd start to learn some of these crazy powers and get way stronger. And they'd make a guild called the Runaways, and they'd start leveling up. But he'd basically be like a sea-level wizard and work his way up throughout seasons. Yeah, we had some crazy plans, and this was somewhat of the design. We did have like a full design at some point made. That was going to be like a final design, like spell thing. But yeah, this character was going to be so much fun. I was very hyped to play this character. Someone wanted to see SNO and Wild Thorn Dogs. So, let me see what I've got. Okay, so this is the Rhiannon Dark. This could be a mix of seasons. I'm not sure how old this is going to be. These are going to be skins, so they're not going to be... These are probably outdated, likely. Or if the in-game links even work. Yeah, these are really old. Like, really old. Yeah, that's not even available. What's the first anime I can remember ever seeing? I mean, I'm excluding things like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! From when I was younger, because I didn't really know. But Sword Art Online was the first one that I remember watching. Did we go crazy one night with the 100 series? Yes. Yeah, we did. We filmed an entire, like, cool episode. I'm sure I have that somewhere. As well as rewrite versions that I was like, yeah, we'll do it again and we'll do it better, and yeah. I don't know if this is updated at all. This is, like, really old. Oh, yeah, there was this new stuff. This was, like, plans that never happened for it. Rian battles Druid Richie, interrupted with a wild hunt. He gets trapped but takes the necklace of Pierre. Years pass, they meet to live together, finding a way out. Rian finds a way to control the kings of the wild hunt, using them to control the dimension. Then Rian searches for the Phantom Youth to find immortality. If you want to know more about this, Froggy actually made a whole list on Twitter of like this sort of stuff. Yeah, we did pitch it for Origins as well because it would have been fire. Even include Pokemon FMA03. That's fair. That's fair. So I think I colored these by like priority. I think. But I don't know. Or these are things that I did or was doing. I'm not sure. But that's my old Rian doc. Someone else asked about... Oh yeah. Let's see what happens when I search for Wildthorn. Hold on, I gotta see what this is. What is Wildthorn X the Mummy? Austin, you remember this? What's up, Reflect? Wildthorn X the Mummy. This had JP in it, I guess. And not Michael for some reason. I had Galaxy Magic and Austin Earth Magic. Set in the Wildthorn universe, far in the future from past events, the schools evolve to accept students of all magical abilities. and humans with knowledge of magic. More magical teachings are available. We're magical archaeologists searching for hidden secrets. We're in our final year at Wildthorn Academy, going on work experience to search tombs in Egypt. Egypt, we come across the tomb of the ancient deity Set, the god of chaos and calamity. A curse on the tomb when it's open lets our magic that will cause calamity on Earth, hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, typhoons, and the storms, meteor showers, to put an end to it to break the curse. Yeah. I think I have docs of CPG stuff still. I just have to search for it. Yeah, we had episode 1 sort of planned out. We were going to do a 10-episode season of Wildthorn X the Mummy style thing. Let's have a look at Cyberpunk. I know I have my character doc, but then there's this as well. I don't know. Should I share the Cyberpunk doc, though? Because that's kind of got, like, everyone's stuff, and I don't want to put out stuff that people might not want me to put out. I don't want to step on any toes. We didn't get too far on it. See why I didn't get out of the dock? Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty rough one, this. There was a lot of rough ideas, though. Yeah, what was my character's name in CPG? Randis. Randis. I can get that doc, because that's my doc. Yeah, we did a lot of stuff in one doc. We had, like, one big doc. But I've got my personal doc for Randis. Randis was an orcman. He was 35 and he was a professor. Did I pull anything good from the recent packs? So, from Black Bolt, White Flare? Is that what you mean? What are the ideas for Echospire and Fallout? I'll go over Echospire, because I'm going to show you a whole thing. Fallout, though. Oh, right. The one I was doing with Dan. I can show you that as well, actually. I pulled, obviously I had the Pokemon Center ETB, so I've got those stamped cards. I pulled an IR Unpheasant, the IR Golett, the IR Lampant, and I pulled another one. Fracture? No. Yes. Yeah, Fracture. So I pulled those 4. And then I pulled Full Art Jellicent, which I know is really playable, so that was quite cool. And a couple other Full Arts, Pokeballs, and EXs. That's what I pulled so far. Okay, so Professor Randis. So he was obviously going to be the mechanic and inventor in the city. Like the best. The city was called Hologrim. He was a cybersmith. He was making inventions, fitting robotic parts, doing augments for vehicles and weapons. He had ties to the mob, deals with business through people. He lost his family in a house fire at the age of 12. That's old. This is old. I don't think I ever did this in the end. Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Actually, didn't you pull a card that was crazy expensive a while ago? Yeah, so I pulled 2 really, really expensive cards in my time. I pulled the Surging Sparks Butthole Pikachu, and I sent that off to PSA to grade, and it came back a 9. And I pulled the Paldean Fates Bubble Mew. Those are like my 2 big pulls. And I've also pulled, like, I made a video on TikTok about my best pulls. While I was at Comic-Con, I pulled Zapdos' IR from 151 and the Charmander illustration rare from 151. Yeah, this is going to go on the channel later. Hologram because hologram. Is that the reason why we went for it? Is that actually the reason? Because I don't remember. So Randis has a robot companion called Clank. That was something that I had planned for this. He sold weapons under the radar to the mob. He had a family. His wife Jeannie was an archaeologist, and his son Dax was getting in trouble and doing odd jobs for the mafia. But he knows it's hard for a teenager in this world. This was Clanker's bio. We had a robot as well called the Ass Blaster. It was a giant dinosaur, basically. And there was episode 1 stuff. This was, I think this was everything I like wrote for like the intro. That was a monologue. Making a series on Tomb Juice? I don't think we'd ever make a series on Tomb Juice. Also inspired you to make mod packs? Nice. Okay, so what else did people want to see? Echospire and Fallout. Let me go to Fallout first, because that's going to be easier, I think. Gotta go through all of this to see what's what. Okay, we called it Fallout Bloodlines. Cyberpunk stuff sounds so cool. Yeah, it was. You're actually having an unproblematic love life was such a twist for my writing. Yeah, like, I think that's part of why I wanted to do it, was like, there's always some sort of drama with relationships, and sometimes it's like, just have a family, you know? Just be chill. Fallout. You know, sometimes it doesn't have to be so deep. Right, so this is the doc for Fallout Bloodlines. If you let's play Pokemon series would be cool. I'd be down for a Cobblemon series, I'm not gonna lie. I'd be so down. I really want to get like more hours into Cobblemon because they've expanded it so much. There's really cool mod packs. And obviously we've done everything in Pixelmon, so that would be fun. So we've got Fallout Bloodlines. We've got Ricochet Rich Radclaw. He's a scavenger, born in the tundras. He is bound by a code passed down from his bloodline, which is the Bloodlines thing. He salvages knowledge, not just materials, and trying to make the world better. He got his name from Ricochet, who he was a renowned scavenger who always got back up, ricocheting back into the fight. Something he learned at a young age. He lost his family, and then a year later, a synth found him. This was Pip's character. A synth found him, helped him grow and survive. The synth became a figure to help him. He was going to save the day and defeat the Brotherhoods of Steel. There was a side story with a vault filled with people that were like awful convicts. And we had that dilemma of saving them and getting people killed or killing them. And we self-destructed the vault. And there was like a nuclear explosion trigger and it killed everyone. The other option was to unleash a toxin gas inside and kill them all. But then it would kill innocent people inside too. So there was some drama delivery there. The other story will be about scavenging old technology and learning about the Brotherhood of Steel. They were using old tech to create ways to control weather conditions. And while going through that old tech storyline, he finds more about his bloodline and how they played into this storyline. There's a lot of really interesting stuff with this. I think we had a really cool thing here, and I think, like, if I ever got back to doing roleplay stuff, this is something I'd want to touch on again. Yeah, unfortunately it was short-lived, but there was like, we had good maps, I've got all the stuff for this still. There's a lot of good stuff here. Obviously, we filmed the first episode. We filmed up to 3 episodes, I think? No worries, thanks. Yeah, this was super interesting. Because this was the group, which was me, and then you had Pip's character, you had Plu's character, and we never got to the Desert Ranger. I can't remember who it was going to be, because it was coming in episode 5. I don't remember whose character that was going to be, but there was going to be another character in the group. Yeah, so that was Fallout Bloodlines. Right, Echospire. Let's talk about this. I know it's quite big. I've got multiple docs for this, so... Was it you? I don't think it was. Okay, so that's just episodes that you've already seen. Is that maybe this one? Okay, I can go through. Let's start with this, and then I'll go through the fight episode. I don't know if you've seen anything on the models from Echospire. I might be able to show you that in a bit. So this is... I don't know if this is all the characters, but this is most of the characters. This was like the initial... like documents. You've got like my character and his doc, and then all of the people in the team, they all came up with their own characters and they made their own docs and stuff with their characters. Or like, at least most people linked them. Roleplay just went down after COVID, because every major Minecraft roleplay guy just started stopping or getting burnt out. Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. Then you had Headmaster KL. Combat training teacher ended up being Kremsworth. Magic training was Rita / Inbris, child of Eros. Michael was mythical history teacher. This guy we don't talk about. Then we have the villains of the series. These were important. Thank you for the $5, Virus. What's my favorite color? My favorite color is blue, which the light is blue. But I appreciate that. So, villains. We had the Norns. The Norns are the Norse gods of fate. This was going to tie into a big storyline that we had that was like really important, which was, you know, fate and stuff like that, which was Kale's thing, and then also Ellie's character's thing. Then we had Davy Jones. This was the background of myself and Ruben's characters and Poseidon and like the god of the seas and stuff. He was like a false god, is the vibe we were gonna go with Davy Jones. Then we had the Morrigan, which was obviously to do with Kale, but we never really had a full plan here. Then we had Miko's other character, Bug, who was a child of Mania, who was going to tie into the Norn stuff. This was basically a side to Origins of Olympus, but kind of fun. What inspired me to be Ginger? Huh? There's even coordinates for areas and builds. That's hilarious. But yeah, we were basically trying to, you know, help people get on their paths and fates and rehabilitate people's fates so that they had a future. There was more details that I guess we just didn't write it down too much, but we had like lots of plans. So I'll show you. We'll go through Riven versus Damien, the fight. Did I choose to British on purpose? You guys. Okay, so this is where we left off. Riven versus Damien. This was a huge thing that we were going to work on. Did I know I had short hair? No, I didn't know I had short hair. It's going to be shorter in 2 days. So yeah, we'll go through this. Riven and Damien on the beach, wielding their weapons as water comes down the sides of the arena. And Riven's like, "Where's the trident, Damien? Aren't you going to summon it? If you don't remember I told before, I don't even need to use the trident. You're not worth it." Riven says, "So you're keeping it for later when you're already losing. Fine by me." They start to circle each other. Reflect with the £10. Much appreciated, my guy. I'm gonna see you and maybe Austin and a few other play Pokemon or some new Minecraft series would be fun. Anyway, I hope you're doing good and having fun with everything. I mean, if people wanted to do a Cobblemon series, I'd be kind of down. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be kind of down. So Riven get his ass kicked by Damien. Please tell me he does. You're gonna find out right now. We're gonna go through this whole thing. Farrell walks through the middle explaining the rules of the fight. To solve what fate cannot, this fight may only end when one of you yields, loses consciousness, or dies. Farrell turns to the competitors. Begin! Riven and Damien clash for the first time. They're pushed back, and Riven immediately rushes in again. Riven attacks 3 times, initially blocking one attack, dodging another, and then pushing Riven back on the third. Riven continues to attack with 2 more strikes. We cut to Farrell as more strikes are happening, showing their emotions. Farrell, "Just trust them. They both promised. You can't ruin this for them. It's too important." Egglock time, I'm down for Cobblemon. A Cobblemon Egglock could go fire. Riven ferociously strikes and disarms Damien, flinging the spear into the sky. Damien tries to create distance using his magic powers. He trips and falls behind him. Riven looms over him as lightning strikes behind him. Cut to the sky and lightning strikes as figures of the gods are watching. Nymphrea flies past the screen. What am I going to tell him? At least there's some good news. I did find Damien's spear goes flying past Nymphrea in the sky. And they like eep. Nymphrea looks over towards the fight happening. Them. Riven raises his spear, ready to finish Damien off. He's frozen. Nymphrea jumps in Riven's face. Riven, ah. He lands on his ass. Nymphrea gets more in his face. Nymphrea, hi, get out of here, shoo, but I need to talk to you. A water bolt whizzes past both of them. We should get it trending so it can happen. For now. Damien, am I interrupting you two? No, Nymphrea was just leaving. We can talk when the fight is over, okay? Damien looks bored. Nymphrea says okay. Flies past Damien into the sky. Damien dodges. Riven's like, no, shit, wait. The camera follows Nymphrea as they make a wind ball before getting yoinked out of the frame. Farrell grapples Nymphrea. Are you trying to dishonor them both? Sabotaging either one of them is grounds for... Farrell's like, put your weapons down. Riven says, weapon. Damien says, so, we're done. Pharrell, up to Riven. He's one who got sabotaged. Riven's like, so, I win? Pharrell says, no. Nefray's instructions grasp for a draw, but dishonorable for Damien. Damien says, I'll let him do it, so anyway, Riven gets something out of this. I was going easy on you after all. Riven says, we're continuing. Damien says, Goldfish, you're forgetting I have a certain weapon. Riven says, fucking use it then. Yeah, we dropped an F-bomb here. I'm sick of you acting like we're not even on the same level anymore. Think I'm weak, use the trident, go on, prove it to me, I dare you. Unless you don't know how. Damien turns away. Hold on, that's it, isn't it? Damien's like, eyes closed, it's not. That's amazing, no wonder you're scared. I'd be scared to make a fool of myself before the gods. My father too. Imagine what you might think. That I can't control his powers, his gifts, that I'm wasting his gifts. You want to see me use this thing so badly? Alright then, let me just remind you, you promised Farrell not to die today. Damien transforms, white light. Poke Legends Season 2. We might get sued, Austin. We might get sued. Magical skill skins were so amazing, I wish we could stay out longer. Yeah, these were fire. Are you looking to reinvigorate the whole Minecraft roleplay community? Not at all. So we go into Scene 2. There was an improv with the people on the beach. People in the student council. Kyle's trying not to fall asleep as he's bored. And there's a bright light outside. And Oasis realizes they're actually doing it. So Scene 3. The trident falls into Damien's hands. He's now transformed. Farrell reacts. Whoa, this power, I wish you could feel this, it's amazing. Riven reacts. Alright, I can give you a taste. Damien points his trident at Riven, shooting water at him. Camera follows the water attack, then rotates to Riven's face as it hits. Cuts the lightning on the screen. Returns to Damien kneeling on water and Riven on the ground. Word of advice, this is where you pussy out. Riven choking, yeah right, this isn't even close to over. Damien, suit yourself. The water hand grasping Riven throws him out of the zone to the sea. The sea then parts, which we had a really cool thing for, and it creates a new zone for them to fight in. Riven lands on the ground, seeing Damien coming towards him. Riven casts a spell that doesn't affect Damien. Riven's like, shit. Damien, oh, you don't have to go easy on me anymore. Riven, laugh it up, dickface. Damien casts 3 spells simultaneously, Riven dodging 2 times before being hit by the 3rd and smashing into a rock. Damien, okay, time's up. Concede to my victory before it kills you. I wouldn't say MCRC is dead if you know what to like. That's true. Born in the wrong area, you love the music. It's fire. Oranges is also how I got into making Minecraft skins, now you think about it. There you go. So then we have an improv in the Pie at Sea. Riven starts to panic and hyperventilate, noticing the scales in his hands, and he's saying, not now. Damien casts spells for Riven to dodge. Instead of fighting him, Riven's now hiding. Damien's taunting, saying it isn't hide and seek, and pleading for surrender. Damien casts spells everywhere to show the power and causes Riven to panic more and more, before Damien finally finds Riven. Then 5. Farrell commentating on the fight, wanting Riven to yield. Nymphrea struggling to get out of Farrell's grip. Nymphrea warns Farrell about this being something that's happened before and wanting to stop the fight. We go back to Scene 6. Cuts back into Damien holding Riven by the throat, bodiless. You giving up already? We've only just started. Damien tosses Riven across the floor. Go on then, get up. Show me that we're equals. Or have I proven my point? Riven's grasping to get up, but falls to the floor. Just as weak as I expected. You never stood a chance against the Trident, but I expected more of a fight from you. Disappointing. Damien kicks Riven over. The screen goes black. Riven's eye transition occurs, fades back into Riven getting up weirdly, monstrously, in this new form. Damien points to the Trident. Oh, what is this? Still got some fight in you? Farrell screams, Damien, you need to yield. Damien? What? Riven instantaneously dives at Damien and slashes like a meteor. Damien falls to a knee, grasping onto the Trident to stay upright. Riven's gone, but you hear him. Damien gets up, wants his eyes to lock with Riven's, but they're gone so fast. Damien casts a heavy attack on Riven, which knocks him back, but he gets up like it's nothing. He says, Riven. Farrell says, something is wrong. Riven, stand down. Riven continues his reckless attacks on Damien. Damien tries to fight back, but eventually has to back away from the fight. Damien, please. Damien tries to block an attack from Riven, but it's too much and he goes flying back onto a rock, and the Trident falls out of his hand. Damien springs up, and it shows the Trident out of reach. Riven raises his arm, the rain disappears and turns into ice spikes, and launches them towards Damien. Damien closes his eyes, black screen. Damien opens his eyes. He's shook as he sees Farrell's lower half dripping with blood. I told you to fucking yield. Riven stops for a moment, smiles. Riven, just stop, Farrell says. Okay, yeah, I yield, you win. Fine. That's right. Let's just end the fight here. You win, you've got the ocean. Let's just go back to the Riven attacks again. Freeze frame jumping attack at Farrell. Second, Farrell uses a fire spell to block. Riven unscathed. Damien scrolls towards the trident. There's freeze frames of fights. Damien gets his hands on the trident. A vicious attack by Riven is blocked by Damien's trident. Riven continues the attack, but Infreya grabs Riven and tries to yank him away. Riven grabs the fuzzball and tail swipes them away to the beach. Riven, I know you're in there, just hold on, I'll cast the spell. Kept all the scripts. I keep everything. It's just all here. Will like My Hero Eternity or My Hero Origins continue? Probably not now. The Microsoft doc must be filled. Yeah, it is. Monster Riven is so badass. Why haven't I drawn this yet? I can show you guys if you haven't seen that model. I think I still have it somewhere. An Infray lands on the beach, knocked out eyes. Zoom out to reveal everyone scattered on the beach seeing what's happened. Alcides, place your bets, place your bets. Borealis, something has clearly gone wrong. This isn't how these fights go. It never gets to this scale. Kael, well, it's a fight between children of ocean gods. The scale is as large as the ocean. We must see it through. You're not fooling me, Kael. I can see you're just as worried about the circumstances as we are. You only implore people to trust things when when you yourself do not. Awkward line. Either way, the only person with the authority in this battle is Luke's son. Farrell must make the calls. Screw that, says Oasis. Oasis picks up Nymphrea, dives into the ocean, and swims towards the fight. Kael says Oasis. Guess these children will learn the hard way. I hope you're pleased, Kael. Premsworth leaves the beach. Scene 8. The battlefield is upgraded. Improv as Oasis arrives and puts a barrier up, which Riven can't break. Riven's hunting and stalking the group, attacking the barrier. They fill Oasis on this situation, and Infreya begs not to hit Riven. They strategize on how to stop him, come up with a plan to grab him, and Infreya can cast a spell. Riven breaks the shield. They're no longer in there. Damien taunts Riven and leads Riven to a spot where Oasis entangles Riven, and Farrell grabs him tightly. Infreya casts the ritual spell to calm him from his form. Farrell grabs onto Riven. Infreya flies up and lays their forehead on his. There's an animatic that played. Infreya moves slightly away from Riven. Riven awakens, slightly dazed. We show the people on the shore acknowledging the lack of rain. Kael, it's over. Borealis, okay, get out of the way. He runs into the ocean. Farrell drops Riven to his knees. Close up on Riven's eyes, shocked. Riven closes his eyes, he's tearing up. He reaches for Nymphrea, hugging them and crying. Oasis and Damien awkwardly staring, looking at each other, and Oasis moves forward to comfort. Oasis, hey, it's okay. Wide shot of everyone's positions except Farrell, who's blocked by a rock. Oasis, you're okay, everything's okay. How about we head back to school? Does that sound good? Riven nods. Oasis helps Riven stand up, and this reveals Farrell's arm. Oasis, let's go. Farrell collapses in front of them. The end. And that was the entire fight section thing. I will read the chat in a second. That is where we were going to end everything for that episode. Show chat? Okay, I'll load it up in a second. Yeah, I know Froggy has shown people. You love the manga. Is there an older series you said that you didn't continue in production? So many. So many. So Pete Marsh so I'm fully up to date, but where I'm at, I'm loving it. I got a question. You know how the series ended like Rakara? Was there anything planned with this character? The stuff that happened like after 3 or you watched the anime yet? You read the manga? How you did it? Has there been any talk about Cole in the stream yet? I haven't gone into My Hero Eternity yet, but I can soon. I'm up to the guy getting his hammer after the flashback. When Pit told me this, my jaw dropped like Oasis from the freaking save. I know. Bro is dead. You should dress as a magical girl. What would my power be? I don't really know anything about magical girls, but probably some sort of lightning power is usually my go-to. What do you mean the end? As I say, I'm being dragged away. R.I.P. R.I.P. Alright, so let me quickly open up Minecraft and see if I can get this model. Might take a second. I don't have these things set up, per se. But yeah, an old series that didn't continue in production. Which one stands out? There was obviously more planned for this character. This was just the entire script. There was a whole like storyline after this of like taking down Davy Jones, stopping the Fates, the Norns. There was like a whole thing. Series that didn't come through. Sword Art Origins is a big one. Just because obviously Sword Art Online was one of my biggest roleplays back in the day. trying to think. I've got a series that I was writing that never made it out of the dock, but I have like a fully scripted episode, and it was like a whole thing that I had planned. You know, this was gonna. You just didn't. There was a full-on script. Like it was. So what kind of happened before I stopped making roleplays was, I didn't have the time to film this after work, and it was draining, so it just became too much. So then I paid Devon to do this, but then I ended up quitting. So I didn't get the money back from. I didn't ask Devon back for the money. I said he can keep it because I'd already paid him and commissioned him, and it had been time. But yeah, I ended up canceling it. Anything you wanted to do with Cole or anything you wish you'd change about him? Lots of stuff I wanted to do with Cole. Nothing I would change because I had plans to do the rest of Eternity plus one more series with him. Did you ever follow the scripts during production? Always. Always. Minecraft. Do I have an Echospire Academy? I do have an Echospire Academy instance still. Which means everything should be in there, no problems. Did Pharrell actually die? Should I spoil what happens to Pharrell? Should I tell you? I don't know. Should I tell you? Not following the script meant everything had to be re-recorded. Yeah, like, if there's a script of some form, you try to follow it. You can add bits here and there, but you know, there are bits to hit. What type of job do I have? I've explained this earlier. I work on a channel called Friend, behind the scenes, making Minecraft content. Would I FTO Richie and Brandon as magical girls? Go for it. Was the plan with my SA Origins character? We did go on. That'll be in the VOD. We went on about that earlier on. But there was like I had a whole plan for that character. But you can rewatch that back on the VOD. I'm going to try not to go back through things we've already been through. Because there's so many things, you know? We'd be here forever. This is definitely a magical live stream. Sure, yeah, you can say that. You can say that. Just loading into Minecraft. Oh, $1,000. Oh, our season 1 OO characters are probably some of the best you and I have ever wrote. Change my mind. That's a fact. Yeah. Would you know the channel? I mean, if you search the channel Friend, you can see if you know it. It's literally just Friend. This is what was the Duality series going to be? Oof. Duality was that was going to be kind of our comeback. Oh, one your guys' POV is the only thing that actually made me cry in the finale. You ship 001 Richie and Michael, they're so cute together. I talked about bringing Origins back a few months ago in a live stream. Are you a part of that? Not that I'm aware of. Duality was like, there was each person had like two. When they went into this world, there was two versions of them. Yeah, the Tyson channel. That's what I work on. There's like two versions of them that were like their sides, I guess. Two sides of them split, and there was a group of evil and a group of good, and there would be like a whole like totem thing. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. There was like a totem storyline, and there was like some good were gonna win and some bad were gonna win, and those would be like the XP noise. Yeah, the Minecraft, it finally opened. Okay, let's go to Offshore. Why not? Isekai'd. Yeah, they got Isekai'd. I don't remember all the details, but there was something like that. We might have a doc on it somewhere. I'm currently loading into Minecraft to show you Echospire stuff. Assuming it all works still. I haven't been on here in over a year. Maybe 2. Oh, why does Minecraft take so long these days? EPA with Riven, yeah. They have good content, mostly for young kids though. Yeah, it is definitely a younger audience for sure. Ooh. Gotta let this learn. I feel about people shipping certain characters together, i.e. Cole, like Shino, and Richie, Michael. Most people don't like when they ship the characters, just wondering. Because, honestly, I really don't care. Do what you want is kind of my how I've been with this sort of stuff. It's just do what you want. Hold on, I gotta figure out what oh no. Don't crash. I pressed G and it closed my game. No. No. I don't think G's even the right button. God damn it. Alright, I gotta load it again. I forgot how to play 1.12 Minecraft and what all the buttons are. It's been so long. And as soon as I click one button, it crashed instantly. What does G do? Isn't it kind of built into it since it's like a series so people will ship whoever they like? Yeah, like, you have free will to do whatever you want. Like, I couldn't care less. If you want to write your own fanfics, you want to make your own AUs, you want to interpret things however you want to do, you go for it. You want a potato computer? No! But 1.12 Minecraft is horrific. Okay? As someone who's been working in, like, 1.20 onwards for, like, the last year or two, it's so much better. But 1.12 has a lot of the good mods. Is there any fun facts about characters you have that you don't mind sharing? Fun facts. Fun facts. That's the sort of stuff that I just wouldn't remember. I don't know. If you ask about something, I can answer it. I'm not entirely sure. So it dawns on me that Origins was a big part of a teenager for 3 years. Now it's 5 years later, and Hamilton is still crazy to think about. Yeah. My favorite Sanrio character. I don't really know anything about Sanrio, I'm not gonna lie. Why'd you use 1.12 in the roleplays? Blockbuster was a 1.12 thing. Back when we did the stuff, 1.12 was much more prominent and a lot of the mods were only on 1.12. But it just gave us access to so much too. Good mods? Yeah, it was mostly a mod thing. Yeah, I've got 10 gigabytes of RAM in my Minecraft and it still crashes on 1.12. It's so bad. What's up, K-Moon? Tesco Asda? Tesco. I was very young when I found Origins, now you're about to be an adult. That's the reality of things these days. That is the reality of things. Right. We will try this again. I'm going to turn shaders off just in case that's doing it. But I should probably check my controls as well. Oh wait, no, I can't turn shaders off. Oops. It's going to break things. There's only one Sanrio character we shall worship, and that's Cinema Roll. Enough said, that's all you need to know. What are the skins for the characters that look so cool? That is a difficult question because most skins, like, you could probably tell by styles, but besides that, it was like different people made all different skins. Gudetama and Laundry are my favorites. Not gonna lie, I mean, I always thought you were American or living in America. Don't know why. I get that a lot. A lot of people say that my accent leans American, even though I'm British. Jump, Extreme, or Go 8. I don't know what that means. What's my favorite Pokemon? That guy. Right, okay, I need to put my shaders back on now. Whoopsies! And I don't even remember which ones I was using. That's what I thought like 3 years ago, to be honest. That's fair. I wish I had the power I had in Origins when I made hundreds of skins for just one series. Yeah. No, that's so fair. Come on, Minecraft. I just want to show some things off. Wait for me. It might be a local thing, never mind. I thought it was canonically English. I no idea what that is. Greninja's the best Pokemon? Greninja's okay. Greninja's okay. Come on, Minecraft. Come on. This, I hate one. That's one thing. If I ever do anything ever again, it's never going to be in 1.12. I'm sorry, it's not happening. I'm just never going to do 1.12 ever again. Right. I'm loading into the game. You have Eevee, that your favorite Pokemon? That's, you know, that's fair. I think Eevee's a very popular choice. 1.12 takes 10 years to load. I'm glad they fixed it. Yeah, oh my god. The difference in between 1.12 and 1.20 is insane. It's so insane. I'd never look back. Like, the stuff I was doing with Dan, so like... Fallout, Yu-Gi-Oh! Some things we were working on, those were 1.20. So glad. So having to go back to 1.12 to show you something, horrible. I need to check controls. I'm in the game. I need to figure out how to open Blockbuster. I forgot I don't remember what I'm doing. How do I open models? Zero? Is this it? No, we don't use... I don't use 1.12 anymore. I haven't for ages, but I'm trying to show something that was on 1.12 and... Oof. No, that's not how I open models. Scenes, model block, model editor. How do I open my models? What button is this? B. I think it's B. The Riven and Damien magical skins were made by Froggy and Double? Yes. That is correct. So it's cool, especially compared to the other guys. Just steal. Yeah, that's fair. He is cool looking. It's not my favorite, but he is cool. Hold on, guys. When I open the model menu, that also needs to load. So, give it a second. So, Blast this in the new version again. I've honestly not touched it. Couldn't tell you. I've not tried it. We need to do a game capture real quick. What a favorite Pokemon would it be? Honestly, no idea. Sorry, I'm focused. 1 second. Here we go. Minecraft. If Cole had a favorite, Cole's would be Zoroark. For sure. Riven. This is a weird one, but like, Huntail? I guess we'll have to learn it for a Wildland series. I know it doesn't work exactly the same. Like, it's not the same sort of thing. There's better ways to do things now than Blockbuster. Not better, but like different ways. In 1.20. There's other things. Right, so we are gonna go to I need to turn up the interface. Is it this one? I think it's this one. Yeah. So this is Riven's monstrous form. I need to up the GUI scale. Any film stuff, or also you have to... You're telling me. I haven't done it in like 2 years. The only things... It's not filming stuff, but like model stuff I use at work. My favorite anime is Fairy Tail. So yeah, this is Monstrous Riven. This is the model. Feels a little slower than usual. This is the animations that it had. It had this as well. It had this. Yeah, this model was so cool. It's unfortunate it never got used, because this thing's insane. Then we had, what's this? This is the Trident. I know there was like things for this. I don't know how it worked. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember. Nymphrea. What's this? I don't remember what this was. This was important for something. Very cool. Yeah, we had some neat stuff. And this is Damien, like after the Trident. Yeah, well, the Trident was a model. There was like, I don't remember how to do it. I'm so out of it with this like interface now. I can't remember what I'm doing. What is this? These are all animations. These were animations that we made when we were filming it. That's what this is. I know his folder you got. I honestly don't remember a thing about any of this. Fight poses with the weapons. What else we got here? What's this? This is just the generic standing. Old school. Honestly, I don't want to go crazy. I don't want to do this. This stuff is painful. Yeah, so here's some of the stuff that we had. Who's my favorite character to play? Cole. Without a doubt. We have anything else interesting here? There's like animated weapons stuff. There was, whatever some of this stuff is. Couldn't tell you. And then we had these cool other models that like bended. I don't know. That's the stuff. That's what we had. And then there's Kale. Just absolutely fire skin. One of the most fire models ever. Really a pain to put together though. Wait, why do you have my green caterpillar man model? Is that what that is? Were you gonna use this for something? Wait, did Zoo make this? Was this for, I don't want to say what it was for. They did. I feel like Zoo was showing something. I don't know. I'm not actually, honestly, I have no idea why it's in there. Frog might have left it in a pack for all I know. I don't have a clue. Oh, why is it clipping through the head? Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna leave Minecraft now. Yeah, I can't tell you why that's there. I don't know. It might have been to show off. Yeah, I don't know. All right. Closing Minecraft. Let me go. So I'm gonna, for this stream, I'm gonna avoid showing you, My Hero Eternity stuff. Just in case Devin ever wanted to touch anything with that. I don't want to give it away just in case. But like, there's a lot for that. You've always called him Kale, like the vegetable. It's Kyle. I used Kyle in different roleplays because I liked the idea of having a multiversal character. And so I made Kyle that, and he was going to show up in every series just randomly. He was just going to be, like, even though it's minor of role, he's going to do, like, Stan Lee cameos. What is the Wildthorn series? Wildthorn was an old roleplay that me, Austin, and Michael did 2017 onwards. We did 3 seasons, officially. We don't talk about the 4th one. We did 3 seasons, officially. Oh yeah, I was going to show you that series. What was that series called? There's a series I was going to show you that I never made that I wrote. My most powerful character? I think it's between Rian and FTO Richie, probably right, but I'm not entirely sure. But I think like Rain's them all in most ways. So, do I still have my old Yu-Gi-Oh! Minecraft roleplay decks? No, I don't think so. I had a fan come up to me. We did meet one or two at a convention. Set, yes, Set would be up there. Rakara would probably be up there. Probably them. Like, power. You know what? There was actually something I made. Let me see if I can find that before I get to the other thing. Is it this? I did, right. So, I really enjoyed, like, gacha games. So, I planned on making the ItsRitchieW Cinematic Universe gacha game, where you could collect my characters. And I was, like, planning this thing, like, properly. So, this was it's ItsRitchieW Cinematic Universe gacha. And, like, what parts of the game would be. There would be origin shards. These are what you'd use to unlock characters. There'd be a hero campaign, a villain campaign, and then a cinematic campaign. There would be event characters, legendary characters, arena battles, 5v5, blitz battles, 3v3, and raids. So I'd have all my characters, and like some standard characters too. So like Fairy Tail, you'd have Richie Diablos, you'd have Evil Richie from Season 4, you'd have Future Richie, you'd have Raijin form, and you'd have Tempestus form as all different characters. You'd have Young Biblico, you'd have the Lord, you'd have Asher, you'd then have Divinus Magia, Battle Mage, Bruiser, and Enchanter, and Devil's Tongue, Warcaster, Ruffian, and Shaman. These are like basic characters. So then you've got Supernatural. You got Richie Arboros, the Druid, Rian Einar as just an Alpha Werewolf. You got Phoenix form, and then you got Wild Hunt form. You got the 3 leaders of the Wild Hunt. You've got Wild Hunt, just basic characters. You got basic werewolves, basic druids, basic tree folk. You got Frederick, the tree folk leader, of course, and you've got Twiggy, the mushroom, from Season 1. Yeah, I was really considering making this a thing. So then you got the... I called it Pantheon, because they kind of spread, and I honestly, I wasn't sure what to call this section. You got Son of Hermes Richie. You've got Rakaro, Son of Set. I started coming up with abilities, by the way. I was, like, really doing this. So, Rakaro, Son of Set's normal ability would be, he attacks with his sword, dealing damage to one target. His secondary ability, Rakaro holds out his Ankh and inflicts poison on all enemies, causing them to take ticking damage each turn. His special ability, Rakaro uses his Infinity Key to change the battlefield to Mercury, buffing himself with strength and speed. And then his passive ability, when entering the battlefield, Rakaro summons 2 Jackal statues, which taunt enemies and forces their attacks. You're gonna make me go through my docs after this. Honestly, it's really entertaining. MHO stuff? I mean, MHO finished, so I don't know what you'd want to see, but we could. We got Rakaro Unicorn, Rakaro Set. We've got then just Set in general from the first season. We got Set's true form in 3. There's Roja, Kael, the Pharaoh, basic Egyptian characters, and basic hoplites, which are Egyptian soldiers. I can't do it. I want to make RPs again. It's dangerous territory. It's already making me want to, but I know that, like, where would I get the time? Where would I get the time? Then we got Origin Z, so we got Detective Richie. We've got Human Zombie. We've got Rage Mode. We've got Detective Zoe, same things. And then we've got Basic Zombies. Could maybe do some soldiers as well there. What was the hardest character to write for? Artist. I'm not gonna lie. I don't necessarily think... I'm gonna say Roja, because I wasn't that interested. But as long as I'm interested in a character, it's never generally hard. Time is the hardest thing, to be fair. I guess I used to do it during the school, though. Yeah, like, time is so difficult. I'm on a 9 till 6, like, actual schedule now. Yeah. Hirokaro should magical rainbow lasers out of his horn. Yeah, that probably would be accurate for the Unicorn Rakaro, yeah. And then we got my hero. So we've got Cole, Hero, Cole, Vigilante, Cole, Villain, Cole, Blood Moon form, Krieg and Jason. We then got Echo Knight from Eternity, We've got Momkey, we've got the Conductor, Plague Dark, Mirage, Wraith, Terror, Bloodhound, Fimbulwinter, and then just generic My Hero Eternity characters. 9 till 6 is crazy. It's just how it is. Monday to Friday, I get weekends off, which is huge. Not working weekends is huge. That's My Hero stuff. And then we got Other. So this is like other characters from other series, not Origins based. What was my age during Prim Origins? Prim, I'm assuming Prime. So we've got Alaric, SAO Richie from my original series. Lucas Hill, me. Wildborn me. Immortals, if anyone remembers the Immortals series. Fairy Tail Richie, but like original Fairy Tail series. Stove, Ascendant, the Bounty Hunter from the Star Wars series. My Jedi from Season 3 of that. Demon Slayer me. Rosewood Richie. The Sin of Lust. And then Demon Form Sin of Lust. Green Arrow Richie. Ribbon. Killius McGregor. If you know Killius McGregor, he is a D&D character of mine. Same with Isaac, Son of Apollo. That's another D&D character. Randus. Clanker. And then Raiden, which is kind of awkward because this was made from someone else's series, but it is also my character, and I never used them in a series I wanted to, so I still could. And then you got like synergies and groups. These would be like, do you know like in gacha games, if you played one on mobile, you make teams based on like traits? These would be the different traits that would make buffs for teams. Or the Irish H1Z1 character you played poorly. What? Lachlan McLaughlin? You want Lachlan McLaughlin? So then I was figuring out like where characters would come in. So these would be the event characters. You got Raijin Diablos Richie, Evil Richie, Phoenix Rian, Unicorn Okaro, Set, Monkey, Demon Form Lust Richie, Clanker, Raiden, and High School of the Dead Richie. Give us the accent for one time. Top of the morning to you. My name's Lachlan McLaughlin. Something like that. Then for Cinematic Legends, these would be top tier characters. You've got Diablos Tempestus form. You got Demon King Richie Diablos. You've got Ida, the Lord. You got Kyle Banan, Wild Hunt Rian, True Form Set, Rage Mode Detective Williams. You got Cole, Killius McGregor, and Asher Danos. Raids, Demon King Richie's Dragon, Typhon, the Wild Hunt, Zombie Hordes, and then the MHO Bank Heist would be different raid sections. So yeah, I'm not even kidding. I put so much thought into this whole gacha game. Like, there was a world where this happened, and I mean like I put effort into this. You'll see now. So this is my sheet, which was kind of listing all the potential characters and like the things that they would be in. So you'd have magic users, superpower users, specialists, and shapeshifters. And then you'd have the other tier, which would be heroes, villains, and neutral. And was that it? So then you've got other themes. So you've got sci-fi characters, fantasy characters, modern characters. You've got humans and non-humans. You've got Fairy Tail, you got Pantheons, you got Supernatural, you got My Hero, and you got Origin Z. You got series, basically. You got attackers, support characters, tank characters. Those are the classes. Then you've got other tiers like Divinus Magia, Devil's Tongue, Werewolf, Wild Hunt, Druid, Treefolk, Egyptian, Greek, Undead, and Eternity. Basically what all of these things would do is if you ran a 3-person or 5-class team and they had 5 of these characters, you'd get a buff in the game for using 5 of the same group. That would be like the whole thing. Yeah, this will probably never happen, but it's a nice thought, right, guys? It's a nice thought. Okay, there was a script I wanted to show you guys of a series that nobody even knows about. Now I gotta try and find it. I don't remember what it was called. Do I have a... There it is. I found it. Would it be like Pokemon, where some series would be more effective against others or less effective? I think tanks would be better against attackers, attackers would be better against support, and support would be better against tank. That sort of vibe. So this was a series that I was calling the Glade Walker. It was going to have 12 chapters. It would have all of these different characters. So the synopsis is, Riordan would have been a widowed father raising his 7-year-old daughter Alara on a small farm near a place called the Glades. The Glades was a spiritual forest, some believed to be the home of spirits. One day while playing in the forest, Alara falls through a rift in the Glades and is sucked into the spirit realm. She becomes trapped. Riordan's devastated by the loss of his daughter, spends years searching for her, even after most people have given up hope. Despite being ostracized by his community, he never gives up on his quest to find Alara and bring her back to the physical world. It leads Riordan to do some terrible criminal activity over years and years of time, and eventually he is imprisoned. One day an ancient mystic offers Riordan a deal. This would have been Kael. In exchange for the power to walk the Glades and find his daughter, he will bear the burden of protecting the world from evil spirits who wish to tear the vines of reality. He instantly accepts, not knowing what his future may hold, only caring for the return of his daughter even after 8 years. As he journeys deeper into the heart of the forest, Riordan must confront his own fears and personal demons, while battling powerful enemies who shred the Glades for their own purposes. With Alara's life hanging in the balance, he must risk everything to save her and restore the balance between the spirit and physical realms. What software did you use for your Dice and Fire D&D campaigns? Roll20. You remember this? Yeah, I put a lot of effort into this. First episode's fully scripted. So, that was Rian. So then you've got Alara. Alara is a spirit bearer. Alara is the daughter of Riordan. At the start of the show, she's 7. By the time she is found in the Glades, she's in stasis and she's 15. She's a spiritual girl, kind and caring. She cares for nature and animals, and her curious nature gets her in all kinds of trouble. She was dragged through a rift into the Glades. During her time there, she's bonded with an ancient forest spirit who is dying, named Sylphrena. Through Alara's body, the spirit can protect the realm and keep evil from tearing reality. This permanent deal will be explored in the series. So Sylphrena Fernweyer was a protector of the Glades. She's a powerful and benevolent forest spirit tasked with protecting the natural world and all its inhabitants. She's the guardian of the forests, a wise and ancient being who's watched over the realm for centuries. Sylphrena takes the form of a beautiful, ethereal woman with long flowing hair and delicate butterfly-like wings. She's a symbol of grace and purity, radiating an aura of calm and serenity that brings peace to all who enter her presence. As a protector of the forest realms, Sylphrena has many powers at her disposal. She can control the elements, summoning powerful winds, rain, and lightning to defend against threats. She can also communicate with animals and plants, using their knowledge to gain insights into the natural world. She's passionate and empathetic being with a deep love and respect for all living creatures. When the forests are threatened, Sylphrena becomes a fierce and formidable warrior, unleashing her full power to defend the realm from harm. That great power, Sylphrena has become weakened as the power of the fivefold fury spreads into the Glades. Thus drastic measures were taken, and Alara was chosen to be her vessel in the protecting of the world. What a Gary here. Whoa! Ow! What? What's going on, my guy? I haven't heard from you in literal years. Al is a voice actor. Yeah, so then we've got Kael. Kael was a child heir to the Morrigan, you guys know. He may not yet be the bringer of death, but he does see glimpses of the future and moves to keep reality on its path. He appears in lots of worlds. So then you got Tarek Flynn. He is a tavern owner and a dwarf. He's gruff, he's no nonsense, and he runs a tavern in a bustling city. He's known for his sharp wit and fierce loyalty. He's always ready with a story or a strong drink to chase away his customers' trouble, but beneath his tough exterior, he harbors deep sadness. He lost his wife and child through a tragic mistake. Demons of his past came to visit. In his past life, he was a criminal. Using his abnormal strength, he helps cartels of the Dwarven Underground, but he was in debt to the Dwarven cartel and never paid up. He remembers, of course, man. Yeah, I mean, this is just a really random stream where we're going over some really old stuff. You miss playing Elder Grom or whatever his name is. Do I need to go back to the Blacksmith's Blade, Michael? That's what you're referring to. So you got a character called Sariel, who is a wanderer who roams the forests. I'm not going to go too deep into some of these. You got Era Aisling, or Ira? I can't remember how I was saying it. But they're an archer and a forest guardian. Then you've got the evil characters, which was the 5-volt Fury. Reflect, thank you for the £5. You're going to go now, it's nearly 1 AM, and you got work tomorrow? Honestly, I should go soon too. You definitely want to see some cobblestone soon if you do it. I'm assuming you mean cobblemon. Definitely potentially on the cards. I'm not going to lie. That's a potential thing. The 5-volt Fury, so you got Mordecai, who is the Lord of Despair. This was a take on like 7 Deadly Sins, but not the 7 Deadly Sins. So I was making 5 different things. So Despair is actually technically known as the 8th Deadly Sin. I was building on that. So he was a powerful and malevolent spirit that feeds on fear and despair. You've got Seraphine, the Disciple of Corruption. She's seductive and manipulative spirit that delights in playing with the emotions of her victims. There was Azazel, Disciple of Chaos. Azazel was cunning and ruthless and revels in chaos and destruction, a master of deception. Then you got Mara, Disciple of Darkness. She was the spirit of darkness and death, who delights in inflicting pain and suffering on her victims. She's a master of illusions and creates visions of terror. And then you got Asmodeus, the Disciple of Deceit, a spirit of temptation and corruption who preys on the desires and weaknesses of mortals, a master of manipulation, and able to convince the most virtuous of humans to complete terrible acts. So then we got the locations in the realm of Solara, which was the world that I was building. So we got the Glades, which is the Spirit Forest. We got the Wastes. This is basically the evil spirit realm, the desert wasteland. The Kingdom of Silverhaven, which was a lush meadow hill city. We got the town of Hollowcrest Falls, which is a majestic mountain range water hollow falls place. We got Sunspire Tower, which is a huge spire surrounding the landscape, and it has secrets in it. There's the Kingdom of Frosthold, which was a harsh winter town. Ironheart Bastion is the Dwarven city. Then you got this intro narration that I wrote, but we are not done there. There's 2 dogs. This might not end up being a roleplay. This might end up being something else. I don't know. This is something that I was passionate about for a while. But we've got the opening. So this is a narrated opening. Asterion, get off your phone if you're in class. Although you're in class really late. Where are you? So then you've got the narrator. The screen fades in to show a vast forest with towering trees and dappled sunlight filtering through the leaves. The camera slowly zooms in on a small farm at the edge of the forest. In a world where spirits roam freely and reality hangs by a thread, one man will do anything to save his daughter. Riordan is shown working on his farm with Alara playing nearby. Riordan is a widowed father raising his 7-year-old daughter, Alara, on a small farm near the Glades, an ancient forest unbelieved to be the home of spirits. Alara is shown exploring the forest, playing with animals, picking flowers. Didn't I quit RP? Yes. I'm going over old stuff. When Alara falls through a rift in the Glades and becomes trapped in the spirit realm, Riordan's world is shattered. He's frantically searching for Alara in the forest, asking for help, but they refuse. Desperate to save his daughter, Riordan will go to any lengths, even if it means breaking the law. He's shown commit crimes to fund his search for Alara. But when he's finally caught in prison, Riordan is offered a deal he can't refuse. An ancient mystic, Kael, shows up. With no other choice, Riordan accepts and begins his journey into the heart of the Glades, where he will face his greatest fears and personal demons. Hands over to Alara in the spirit realm. Meanwhile, Alara is bonded with an ancient forest spirit, Sylphrena, who can keep evil from tearing reality apart. She's shown aging to 15 in stasis. As Riordan battles powerful enemies to save his daughter and restore balance between the spirit and physical realms, he will encounter many allies and enemies. Following characters are shown briefly: Kael, Perek, Sariel, and Era. Will it be enough to save Alara and protect the world from the 5-volt Fury? Find out in the Glade Walker. Oh, wow, it's early for you, okay. So yeah, that was that. Then we have a whole script. I'm not going to go through it because honestly, it's late, I'm getting tired. But the whole first episode is officially properly scripted. Like, this is scripted to a point where I could hand this in as a script for like a university class. Yeah, like the old premieres of episodes, yeah. So yeah, episode 1 was 6 scenes, but it was 21 pages. Well, 20 and a half, we'll say. But we introduced characters like Era, Kael, Mara, Tarek, Do we introduce any bad guy? I can't remember. I know there's a lot of random side characters in some of these. The city guards. It's about 5 PM for you. Nice. There's some thugs as well, I think. Dwarven thugs from the cartel. The new script is so cool. It's always awesome to be shown storytelling process. Yeah, like this was something I was like really big on. Unfortunately, I never continued it. Maybe it'll be something in the future. Who knows? But yeah, that was something that I was working on. My favorite RP is... It's so difficult. It always changes, you know? Like, My Hero is a big one that I really enjoyed. Fairy Tale's a big one I really enjoyed. Wildthorn, Lucos. It's so all over the place. Yeah, like, I use these skills in my current job for sure. Like, scripts that I write or ideas that I come up with, abilities that we use, all of that stuff. You know, it's all used. Kind of why I work the job I do is because it translates really well. Like, I think this one was probably the most recent one that I wrote properly. My favorite is the one that's next. It's a great way to put it. But yeah. I think this is where I'm going to end the stream. Because it is 1 AM. I have work tomorrow. So... I shouldn't stay up stupid late. But I appreciate you all for coming out, answering questions, and just going through things that you probably would never really see. Showing you all my cards, too. That's fun. MHO is def your favorite just because superheroes and villains never work. That's so fair. Wildthorn and Lucos, yes. What's up, Zerfu? Unfortunately, you came in at the worst time. It was nice seeing you again. You too, man. Go to sleep before my mush apples up. What? Hope to see you. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know when I'll stream next, if I'll stream next, what I'll do next. I'm not going to tell you anything's going to happen because I don't know. I just thought it would be fun to do this since, you know, the whole Origins convention thing and everyone's having fun with all that and, you know, talking about things. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you guys an opportunity to ask and talk to things and that, you know. Ever plan a crossover with Little Lizard of that group? No, I never really knew them. Did you get the new God of War box? I would like to see any pulls you get. Yeah, 100%. I'm also getting that box. And unless you're on about the Japanese version, which I'm still tempted to buy, for like the Lucario stuff and the Mega Revolution set. Mwah, mwah. So excited. You gonna get another stream at some point? Maybe? I'm not gonna promise anything, to be honest. Yeah. If you are getting the Japanese one, yeah, I'm thinking about getting Japanese ones as well. Just because I want it so soon. I'm really considering buying it. I'll probably get Mega Brave, though. The Lucario one. Because that gold Lucario is incredible. Open the box live? I should do some more live openings. Obviously, you guys know, if you don't follow me on TikTok, I open Pokemon cards and Magic cards and stuff over there all the time. Yeah, the God of War, those cards are so nice. This set is beautiful. Yeah, I do a lot of opening stuff and TCG stuff on TikTok, and then I also have a group channel with 2 friends, Boat and Irish, where we do games about games, we talk about games, we update you about video games, we do everything video games. It's all like podcasty stuff. We plan on making it a live podcast soon, when we move in at the end of the year, so... Doing a lot of cool stuff with that. If you get the God of War, I will come back over to the UK. I'm going to be opening a lot of this set. I hope I get the Lucario one, because it's the one I want, but yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end the stream there, because I'm exhausted. But it was nice seeing you all. It was fun. Maybe we'll do this again. I don't know what. And then I'll have a haircut and no facial hair. Link to your channel for that stuff? Yeah, the link for my TikTok should be on my channel, on my TikTok and everything, and in my Discord. So, peace. I wasn't prepared for this part. Goodbye. The stream is ending. Ooh.